Look up, Q. Say cheese.
What's going on, everybody? It's Q Jackson, host of BLK Talk. Look, I was over here preparing for another amazing episode, but look, I need you guys to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell so that you guys don't miss any of our amazing conversations. Have a new episode coming to you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, everybody? It is Q Jackson, and guess what? I am here with another amazing episode of BLK Talk. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. Today is a very special show. This is going to be the King edition of BLK Talk. Why, you ask? Because I have my friend, my brother, actor, producer, and radio host, Mr. Guyon King G. White. Thank you for joining the show, G. How are you?
Thank you, Unc. This is my uncle, y'all. So if y'all hear me say Unc on accident, it's my uncle.
You know, I mean, that just means that the friendship is real. Everybody give me a nickname. But
what's up, Unc?
you know what? We did it.
We did it, man.
We are doing it. So look, the reason why today is so special, you guys had the opportunity to see BLK Talk last season. You guys had the opportunity to see some of the conversations from the rebranded platform, but actually being in studio is very special because as I was doing it, G told me that I will be the first person in studio. So when I decided it was time to get these in studio interviews going on, I had to call him and say, look, I'm ready. Let's get ready. Let's make it happen. So that's why we are here.
We are today. Here. I'm gracing you with all the melanin, okay?
All of the melanin.
All of the melanin.
So look, tell the people about you. Who is Guyon King G White? Oh, King G, yeah, White.
Oh my God. Ooh, where would I start? Jeez. I'm just a simple person.
Picture it.
Sissy. 1812. No, I'm just a simple little guy I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying?
Good country.
Good and country, as you can tell, I'm fed. I moved here in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
And when I moved here, it was like, I wasn't supposed to be here, right?
Okay.
So I was supposed to be 30 minutes from the house. I was supposed to be in New Orleans.
Okay. How did you end up in Atlanta?
So, I was working for Rent a Center. You remember the Rent a Center, right?
Lord.
And my job was like, I'm going to try, you're doing really well. I want to put you in the management training program. We're going to put you down there in New Orleans. I was like, okay, that's different. I can still get to the house 30 minutes from mom, 30 minutes from grandma. I can shoot down. And then Katrina happened.
Yes.
Okay, so when Katrina happened, it was underwater for a while. And it was like, okay, well, that was the sign, is just stay here. But then all of a sudden, maybe like when all the rubbish happened with that, they came back. It was like, how would you like to move? What do you know about Georgia? I said, LaFace Records, TLC.
So I know a little bit.
I know a little Ludacris. I do a little bit. I was like, yeah, what about it? Like, yeah, I want to see. No, that's too far from my parents. I'm not moving 8 hours away from my mom and my grandma. Was like, well, no, I can't do it. Then I thought about it. If I stay here, what can I gain versus going somewhere else over there? Maybe a little bit more opportunity. Now, this time I didn't know what I was going to be coming here for. So, fast forward, got a Penske truck because I don't do U-Hauls on the road. Penske, they're better. And
okay. I didn't know that, but okay.
Penske truck, loaded my car, loaded my entire apartment up, and moved to Georgia not knowing one soul.
Wow.
Didn't know nobody here.
And here we are 18 years later.
Yeah.
And we're going to fast forward a little bit more.
This
man, I've known you at this point for
almost
3-4 years.
Almost 4 years.
Okay. When I met him, he was a part of a production. And then he was acting. He was behind the scenes. He was producing. He was the cameraman. Then we fast forward just a little bit more. May 2022, G launched
Candid Conversations with G.
Okay. And then fast forward just a little bit more. He just taped the first season.
Yes, I just wanted to do a visual, so now you can do Candid Conversations with G on YouTube. So it's a visual there now.
So how does that feel, knowing that, you know, you come from Baton Rouge, you didn't know what you were coming to Atlanta for, but you started doing things that you couldn't have even imagined, and you're actually good at it. How does that feel?
Man, I see you're not going to do the emotional thing.
We ain't gonna cry today.
We're not doing it.
It's okay. Kings cry.
We do. It's amazing, man. I never thought any of this could happen.
Mm.
Just like kind of sitting back thinking about it.
Yeah.
But then it's so candid, right? Because I had a moment, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went and flipped through my senior book, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I found the old report card.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And I'm looking at the subject. You know, you have it by hour. I don't know how to do it in Cleveland, but in Louisiana, they had it broke down by the hour in the subject, right?
No.
So I look at the report card, and it had acting 1, A, TV and film production, A. I forgot I had took those classes back then. Fast forward to now, I'm doing TV and film production and acting.
What?
I will show you the report card, bro. I swear. Next time I'm at your house, I'll show you the report card. I was like,
That's
and it just hit like, damn, that was full circle. Never thought about it. Completely forgot I did it in high school. Full circle.
Wow.
A in both of those subjects.
See, it's amazing because, like, for me, I sit here and I look back at certain things that have happened in my life, certain things that were said to me or spoken into me that I didn't realize at that moment.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here now, and everything that was said or everything that was done has prepared me for this moment. And one of those things is like my father's mother. She died. It actually has been 30 years as of a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
So she died when I was 6 years old. Ooh, 36.
He's old.
Whatever. But she used to call me Peter. That is nowhere in my name. It is LaQuinte. So you can call me Quinte, Quinny. My brother called me Head because I had a big old head back in the day. You can call me cute, whatever. But Peter was never a name that was a part of what's on my birth certificate. And I used to always wonder, why is this woman calling me this?
Yeah.
And it wasn't until years later when I was told again why she used to call me that. And it was because, you know, she was very spiritual. Mm-hmm. Peter in the Bible was the rock.
Yeah.
And that, knowing where I am now and how I've been and the things that I've done, that lady saw something in me back then that I did not know I would end up living up to.
That's weird.
It is. And I wish she was here right now. So I could call her and be like, do you know what you just did to me?
Yeah.
And I thank you for that.
Yeah.
So having that type of stuff going in your life, like, I mean, it's an amazing feeling. So
especially when you don't see it in yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now for me, because I know how I am, and at times, you know, I can be a little hard on myself. Even though you've accomplished the things that you've accomplished, do you still kind of doubt yourself a little bit?
Every day.
Okay. Now
the reason is because, like, I'm surrounded by greatness. You, Raheem, all these people I'm surrounded, Daryl, all these people I'm surrounded by. I see it. Not just before we came on, I was like, the motivation is David.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It is like you want to be on the same level. It's not like a competition thing. It's like you want to just get on that, like, oh, I gotta step my stuff up.
Right, let me get a little
warm.
It's a little warm in the studio
today. A little harsh.
You gotta step your game up.
So like, okay, you've done this. You still don't want to lose these skills, but you kind of want to branch off and kind of like build your own type of a brand, I guess. But I kind of doubt myself because that's what my whole mental part comes in. It's like you kind of just putting the thought in your head, like, okay, yeah, you're not going to do You know what I'm saying? That the whole voice is in your ear like the angel and devil complex. You got the angel that says, yes, you are anointed, do your thing. Then you got the devil like, hey, no, you can't do it. So yeah, I doubt myself quite a bit.
But the thing is, people who are great only deal with great people.
Yes.
So apparently the people that you hang around see something in you that oftentimes you don't see in yourself, and you need stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because there are people like you. There are people like Raheem Brazil, who's been on the show before.
Yes.
T. Marie, Keyshawn,
yes.
the different people that we interact with that speak into who you are. Yeah. Knowing that you have that type of circle of people, despite the things that the good and the bad, the hell and the heaven, despite the things that you may get from that, how good does it feel to know that you have a team of people that actually like care and motivate and inspire and believe in you?
Well, okay, so I'm gonna be honest. At first, I thought it was rubberish.
Rubbish or rubberish? What is rubberish?
Rubbish is rubbish.
Rubbish is English garbage.
My bad.
What is rubber? What is
y'all
rubber?
know what I was trying to say, man? No, but I thought it was BS at first.
Okay.
Because I never had that support. Now I had good friends. Okay. I have amazing friends back at home. Like we've been friends for like 20, 30 years plus. So that's what I was rooted in. So when you come in somewhere new, in the beginning you have trust issues and you just kind of watch. I'm one of those people that sit back and watch. And I kind of observe. Mm-hmm. But as time has progressed over the years, amazing. It's like you plant the idea because you can sat down and had brainstorms and planted like you planted some stuff. Gee, you need to do this. Raheem says the same thing, and it's like, damn, these people really F with me like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's like who, if they didn't really want to see you win and flourish, would kind of plant this stuff in your head and say you can do this. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget when I met Raheem, 2017. And I was a follower and I would watch stuff and he did a casting he needed extras for like a movie. Like, and I was like, okay, what do you need? And he was like, I need some prisoners. I fit the bill. Prisoner, tall, black man, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of hit him up and said, I'll come down. I go down and one of the actors didn't show. This man came to me for whatever reason, put a script in my hand and said, go over there and learn these lines. Never acted a day of my life. Never acted a day of my life. I was like, no, I can't do that. Yes, you can. Like he said it just like that. Yes, you can. Not to go over there. Like we've been like he was speaking to me as we have been friends like forever. Mm-hmm. Yes, you can. Just go over there and do it. Yeah. And from that point, it was like, okay, the man sees something in me, and then meeting everybody through the channels, like, oh, gee, I see this in you, I see that in you. And I'm like, man, these people are really like feeling it, like they really like to support it. I appreciate it. I really do. It's amazing to have that kind of a circle. It feels good.
Now, you know what? With this man's acting, now there's a movie that was released last year called Mercy.
It was.
And you played Uncle Bert. When I tell you Bert was the biggest bastard ever, and after that premiere event, everybody looked at it. Was no longer G that we saw. We saw Bert for at least the next hour.
When I tell you the last day,
when I tell you the acting in that was so believable. Like, have you gotten the opportunity to just sit back and watch yourself?
I didn't go back and watch it. I want to. But
in any of your roles, though,
I watched my very first film. I went back and watched it.
Okay.
And it took one of the co-stars. He came to me, Sherrod, and he came to me and was like, gee, I was supposed to be here, and you just stole the movie.
Oh, he was the one that didn't show up.
No. That's not my first movie. I was an extra in the first movie, which was Twisted.
Okay. When
Raheem gave me the Love, When Love Takes Over one. Mm-hmm. Remember when we shot in your house? Remember that? So it was that one.
Okay.
And I went back and watched it. I was like, damn, I'm pretty good to say I ain't have no formal training. You know what I'm saying? But then I thought about it back in high school. I had a little. You know what I'm saying? But I used to always go in places in my head like, oh, I can do that. And, just act and just be a teacher. Just imaginary stuff.
Gee, it was teaching the kids.
I was teaching the kids imaginary. And then came full circle. I was a career development instructor at one of the colleges. So that movie though, I told him I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to be in production.
Mm.
I was like, no, I just want to sit in the back. And he was like, you're gonna audition. So he made me audition. And I was like, well, if I'm gonna do this, if the people hate me at the end of it, that means I did what I was supposed to do. And obviously it worked.
Yeah. Because
I was hated. I was still getting DMs like, who are you to be doing such and such? I was like, it was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird, but I loved it.
I mean, that's amazing.
Go watch Mercy on Amazon Prime if you want to see Uncle Bert his antics.
Uncle Bert is So look, to date, how many acting roles would you say you've had?
How many I've had? For
somebody who did not want to and didn't think they would, how many roles have you had to date?
3, 4, 7 or 8. I want to do more.
So if any casting directors out there, or Raheem, if you got something else coming up, G want to do some more stuff.
Acting is fun. It takes me out of the element of being myself and channeling frustrations and stuff through a character.
Okay.
That you can familiarize yourself with.
So did you learn that yourself, or was that something that you looked at or learned from studying another actor?
Sam Jackson is my favorite actor.
Say his whole name.
Samuel L. Jackson.
His whole name.
That is his whole name.
Samuel Leroy.
I didn't know the L. I didn't know what the L for. Sorry, Sam.
Leroy.
Sam was my favorite. And just seeing the range. Like, damn, okay. From a junkie, the Jungle Fever, to and he was really a junkie back then.
Yeah.
But Jungle Fever, then you seeing the Marvel stuff, then you see just all the stuff that he's done.
Wow.
And he can just step out of character. It's The Negotiator is one of my favorites. You ain't seen Negotiator?
I think I have.
Okay. That's one of my favorites. But you can just be another person and just create a whole other, it's like, damn. So I used to watch him, and then I started seeing more acts. He can really be somebody else for whatever time it is. You know what I'm saying? I just love the thought of it. You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
Okay.
It's fun.
Okay. So look,
when we gonna get you in front of the camera?
You know what?
Yeah.
It was supposed to happen in Mercy. Actually, I was supposed to be in Mercy. I don't know what happened as to why I did not
check it out.
I was supposed to be the doctor.
Your
mom has cancer, and then I was supposed to walk away.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
That's all right.
I don't know.
The opportunity is still here.
Absolutely, right? He always got something going on. But we'll see.
Yeah.
TBD, to be determined. I'm gonna be in somebody's movie
this year
or series, or whatever it is.
This year in 2023, my uncle will be on the film.
I'm for it. I received that from your mouth to his ears to my life. Boom, there it is. So, candid conversations with G.
That's from earlier. Rubbish.
Oh, rubbish. So look, how did Candid Conversations with G come about, and what, explain the concept of the show?
Okay, so here's another avenue that I think I was gonna travel. Radio. So during the midst of meeting Captain Daryl Davis, Cluster Media. Hi Daryl. Initially, my love for R&B, I love for R&B music, right? We love R&B music.
We connected, y'all. Saw me at that Anita Baker concert. That was getting the video right there.
It was initially supposed to be a radio show. I was supposed to just be a radio personality introducing music, right? Okay. So I was like, okay, I can do that. Just learn it or whatever, right? So I was like, God spoke to me, knowing that they had a talk station at the station.
Right.
I was like, okay, I need you to be able to tell your story. Okay. So I was like, okay, yeah, but the man giving me an opportunity, I'm not going to go to him and say, yeah, I like this, but can I do this? You know what I'm saying? But I grew a pair.
Mm.
And I went and I said, hey, Daryl, I appreciate the opportunity, but God is sending me to talk radio. Now, I understand if you don't want to give me that, but I just need to tell you this. And it's like funny because I was going to say, you should be on talk radio. That's how it came about. So, in the midst of all of that, it was like, I want to talk about stuff that us as Black people sweep under the rug. Okay? So that be
so
it.
much.
And it's so much. That be it, the child molester, the families protecting the child molester, the addiction, the mental health, men not being able to express their emotions, all of this stuff that we kind of like push to the side. And the family is like, yeah, go pray about it, da, 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 da. Go to church, read a book, read a Bible, you know what I'm saying? You'll be all right. And I was like, I just want to create a platform since you've given me this opportunity to have stimulating conversations involving real life people with real life situations.
Yeah.
Candidly.
Yeah.
Hence the name
Candid
Conversations with G.
Yes.
And I just was like, that's where I want to go. And the inception of it, beyond measure.
He was nervous.
I was
Here
nervous.
we are. It's about to be April.
May.
And you started in May.
Of last year.
And you were doing the Wednesday show, and then
I graduated to a Saturday show.
Now, where did that come? When did you decide, or why did you decide that you wanted to do an additional show?
So Wednesdays was just, you know, people ain't gonna want to talk. People ain't gonna want to talk for 2 hours.
Yeah, that's a long time.
So I was like, it's a long time. But when people would get in the studio, the 2 hours would fly by.
Yeah.
So
if the conversation is good,
it's flying by. So high demand said I need another day. So I was like, okay. Saturday, people are doing laundry, cleaning up around the house, whatever. Just throw me on and listen. Hence Saturday morning came. And I was like, okay, radio is great. I love it. I really have a strong audience. Like people really are looking forward to the show, which I'm humbly grateful for. So now I was like, let's give them a visual. You know, I was like, so I thought about the Breakfast Club immediately on that. Okay. Let's do it like that. Well, we're in the studio, we're still on radio, but you get a visual. So I was like, okay. And I think me and you had this conversation because I was scared to do it. And I was like, I want to do it on YouTube, but I don't know how to do the whole production stuff. Asking your friends, and that's when y'all got on me. You better utilize your resources. I'm like, okay, cool. So hence the visual, and I got the visual up, and I'm so excited because the visual's been getting good reviews as well. So like for those people that just can't be in a space to listen, they got a minute to go back and watch. They can watch, and we really talk about real life stuff. I was finna cut something.
Yeah.
But and it's like a therapy session for me. And I can't believe if you go back and look at episodes or just listen, people really open up. You've been on a couple episodes too. They really open up crying and telling their story. And I'm sitting here like, oh, this is good. Are you okay? No, you know what I'm saying? But they tell me like your story needs to be heard. This is what needs to be talked about, especially in the community. So I'm like, God's hitting something on the head now, you know.
And you know what? I feel, and I discovered this years ago because I used to question why certain things in my life were happening. Why was I the one experiencing certain things?
Yeah.
Why I was the one that had to deal with this and do that. But then I slowly started to see that the experiences that I had, I ended up having to share with somebody else. There was somebody who came into my life for a minute, for a seat, whatever it was that I had to share a story with. And because I shared my story, I helped to change their thought process, the trajectory of their life. So when they each one teach one, you know, I am my brother's keeper. All of those, you know, good sayings that let us know that we are responsible for our community of people. Like, it's true, and I'm proof of that. You and your show that you've been doing for almost a year is proof of that. Like, do you ever get to the point where when you sit back and you realize things like that, you realize the responsibility and the calling that's been placed on your life? Does it overwhelm you, or does it motivate you to keep going?
You know what? This happened to me like literally last week. I was like, why am I doing this? That's the thought that came across my head. Like, what the hell am I spending all this time creating shows, ideas, flyers, spending money, trying to do all this stuff? And I'm like, why am I doing this? And then, oh Lord, and tap me on my bald head. It's like, okay, here it is. But I feel like, yes, you are absolutely right. God has placed us here as vessels. And he sends his strongest warriors through stuff in order to give that and let that be received by somebody, like you say. Reason, season, lifestyle. It can be for 5 minutes. And you done gave what you had to give. You know what I'm saying? And you done planted that seed in that person. And they done took it. And oh, okay. So instead of them going down this way, they done went this way because of your advice. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like God gave me the spirit of gift and be a servant. So I am here to be a servant to these people. I didn't want to believe that at first because I'm like, not me. Me? No, I'm selfish. I'm an only child. I don't want to do none of this. I do believe he gave me that to humble me too. Because it's like, hey, I sent you through A, B, and C, and I used to wonder, because they can get real deep on this show when you go down.
If you guys tune in to Candid Conversations with you can see just how deep it is.
But I used to wonder why. I used to wonder why I used to go through A, B, C, D, E all through my childhood. And it's like, why? And then you're like, fast forward. Oh. So with that experience, I swear I'm sitting here like writing down stuff like I want to do now. I see us, me and us, in men's conferences, having these conferences for men for mental health. Controlling your emotion. Like, I want to go in schools and catch these kids, like, in that age where they kind of like the bully age. The formative years. Like, okay, I'm working on a project now where I'm going to do a 4-part series with different age groups, 4 different age groups. I'm going to have them come on the show. I'm going to have their parents in a separate room, and I'm going to have a talk with them. You know, I'm going to talk to them and ask them, you know, how is it being a kid in 2023? You know, if you can tell your mom, like, I need you to understand, that kind of thing. It's going to be good.
Hold on. Now, that show is not going to be hosted by King G. That show is going to be hosted by Guyon.
Van Zach, fix yourself. No.
Oh shit! She coming there with a little turban on.
Man, look.
Guyon
and a dashiki.
He gonna get these kids right together. That would be good.
I want to know, like, because again, as Black people, we don't. Some of us, not just people in general, some of us don't have the luxury to grow up with a 2-parent.
First of all, we don't. Some of us don't have the luxury to grow up.
Period.
Number 1. And number 2, you're right.
Some of us. I didn't grow up in a 2-parent household. I mean, I had my mom and my grandma. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the male figure there, so I had to learn a lot of stuff on my own as far as the male stuff. And a lot of these women, bless y'all, so strong. Y'all raising these kids on your own and doing the best you can to steer them in the right path. I believe that's what we're here for. We done lived this. We done this. Let's get out here and be these vessels that God made us to be.
So the question is, are you ready for that? Because as we know,
I'm saying it.
Every generation is different. They communicate different. I'm learning now that they receive different.
They do. But they're not gonna let you label them either. They're not gonna let you label and put them in the box. They'll receive it, but it just depends on how it's being delivered.
Okay. So with something like that, are you gonna bring in like some help as far as like a therapist or something like that? Okay.
Already out it.
So what do you hope to accomplish from that series?
I would like to have a better, have the kids understand the better means of communication. Because I think that's a lot of the issue. We don't communicate. A lot of people respond on emotion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they could be going through something and they they just having an outburst or something like that, and they're not able to communicate how they feel because they feel like they're not able to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like us, we probably have a situation where we don't want to get in trouble, so we don't know how to communicate. Mom, that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? I think if the lines of communication are open, like let's just say we were father and son, and I'm like, Dad, listen. I think they can have those conversations now more so than we could in our generation.
Yeah.
So like, Dad, listen, I'm experiencing this. I don't know how to go through it. I need your guidance, or ship me in the right place where I can get it. Because schools have a guidance counselor, and I had a therapist on the show yesterday, and I asked her, is it something we can do, or has she ever thought about? We have a guidance counselor in schools, which is a guidance counselor. What about us implementing a therapist in school?
Yeah. Yep.
A therapist. Give them, like, you can book. If you feel in some way, go see the therapist, not the guidance counselor.
You have a nurse.
You got a nurse.
You got the therapist.
A therapist.
That
I'm so happy
sense.
that we're in a space that we're normalizing therapy.
Yeah.
I'm so happy with that we're there.
But also, how does it feel to know that the generation we are, is the generation that is responsible for breaking generational curses?
That's amazing.
We're the generation that has made it okay to not be okay. We're the generation that understands that for some people, praying about it does work. But then we're also the generation that understands that after you pray about it, God is going to bring you resources from different areas. And sometimes that is in the form of a therapist.
He said it.
Or a psychiatrist or whatever it is.
I was going there. You said it.
We're the generation that understands so much more. We're the generation that's seeing so much more.
And willing to open your eyes and see it. And receive it.
But then turn around and teach the person or the people that taught you what you know.
Yeah.
Because I see myself doing that every day. And I'm thankful that my parents are open to hearing it. Now, if they're going to adapt and make it happen, my parents ain't went to no therapist yet. However, they've listened to the conversation on why I've gone and why I felt it was important without feeling like I was judged or anything like that. Like, have you had that conversation with your mother yet?
Mother.
Hey, Miss Mary.
My mother is a hard one to talk to, right? Because she wanted them set in her ways, people. But she's gotten a lot better.
Okay.
I haven't talked to her about a lot of stuff because I still go into childhood when I get scared sometimes. But we're in a space now we have more conversations.
Okay.
She's more engaging.
Okay.
How's the show? What's going on with the show? And what do you see yourself doing? And how, we really talk a lot. Like I literally talk to her every day since she discovered how to FaceTime. So we're good. So I literally talk to her every day now. And I literally went home for my birthday because we were supposed to be in the water. We didn't get there.
I couldn't help it that
it's
my
okay.
grandfather died.
It's okay. No, but that happened.
We are going.
We're going, but that happened for a reason.
Hey, Carnival.
No,
I'm waiting on that email.
I feel like that happened for a reason.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because it gave me time to go home with her,
and I needed to be in.
And you needed to be in
Cleveland. Yep.
So, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna move back home. It was like I literally missed being with her. Yeah. I had that feeling. Yeah. But we was able to talk about so much and kind of bond a little bit more. And the birthday, she took me out to dinner. It was really cool. It was really sweet. And so now she is in a place where she's like more receptive to stuff and just talking. So, and I kind of pick up brain on stuff too from things that were happening in her era that she saw. Yeah. That I can probably, use in my era and kind of like use to push out to the next generation. You know what I'm saying? So she's a doll face. I love her.
But then to know that your mother is supportive. Because I've been on the show when your mother has called in.
Yeah.
Just to say this is his mother.
Yeah.
How does that feel? Like, I know how it felt for me when I was, on the radio and my father would call in with his stuff. But just to know, that you have a supportive parent. Yeah. My mother, when I'm on lives and stuff like that, she in the comments. My grandmother, love you, stuff like that. Yeah. Like, how does it feel to know that the person that you love so much is supporting something that you're out here doing.
Undescribable. Because it's like, at first, when I started doing all this, I was wondering where the support was coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not a popular face, and you have these aesthetics that we build because of social media and stuff. I'm like, I ain't gonna be able to do all this stuff and get a real receptive audience.
Yeah.
But I was like, if I hit one person, which I always hit her,
yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah.
But she has been instrumental actually into what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
She literally go watch the baby. Here's where he gonna be. Go listen here.
She got Facebook.
Oh, she doing all of that.
Okay.
He's here. He's there. Go watch him. She had a whole watch party for Mercy at her house.
Aww.
Cleared the furniture, moved the room. Because she like electronics like me. So she got a big ass TV in there. Had all the people come from the council and all ages. Shout out to all y'all people over there. And they had a whole watch party on Mercy. She's very supportive when it comes to this. I think at the end of the day, our goal, any child's goal is to please their parents.
Oh yeah.
And make them like, that's my baby.
Yeah.
I raised a responsible child.
Yeah.
So you're doing it too. Hey, Grandmere and Mommy.
Hey, y'all.
Y'all, you're doing it too. So yeah, it's just that it coats the heart, bro. It's like, damn, at least I know I got one strong person. Like, love is like support, like in everything that's going on. It's amazing, bro.
So what I want to know, moving forward, two things.
Okay.
First, when you think of legacy, what you're leaving the world, what you're leaving the people that you love, even while you're here, because we believe in living legendness around here. So what do you think? Like, what stamp are you leaving for the world?
Oh God, I didn't even think of this, but this is a good question. Because I thought he was about like, you gonna leave your kids? I'm like, no, I ain't gonna leave. For legacy for me, I just want people to understand that it was genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Genuineness. Not a facetious bone in my body. Y'all have been around me enough to know I'm a giving person. I just want it to be, you don't have to question my genuineness. Mm-hmm. So if I can leave that stamp, it was genuine information given. It was just the spirit of happiness and genuineness. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't evoke happiness all the time because I'm a human. However, come on. Genuine. Just genuine. Like, when I see G or think about G or hear a certain song about G, I know that G was a friend. I don't have to question his friendship. He was genuine about everything he did. He gave without looking for it back in return. That's just that spirit of servancy that God has given me. Okay. That's what I want to be there. Pow.
So we got Guyon, we got King G, we got Gianla, and now we got his other nickname, which is gonna be Genuine. Everything G is
G.
Yeah. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes to candid conversations with G, when it comes to G the actor, G the producer, what can we look forward to moving forward from you?
Well, I'm definitely going to give more candid conversations, which is on every Wednesday night from 7 to 9 and Saturdays from 10 to 12.
Eastern Standard
Time on ATL Talks Radio.
But available Pacific, was it not Middle Eastern?
Is it Mountain? Pacific?
Central.
Yeah. Yeah. What is that? Mountains back.
Lord, I was about to say specific.
Right, specific. So definitely more of that. I got a movie coming out in October that I worked on. My first horror.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I did a horror film.
Who did you do that one with?
That was with Jonte Productions.
Okay.
The movie's Assistant 3. So
God, horror.
I love horror. I love horror because I'm a Nightmare on Elm Street fanatic and Scream. I love Wes Craven stuff. So I did a horror. So I was like, yeah, I can do that. It's good.
Do you die in the first 5 minutes? You'll have to watch and see.
You have to watch and see. Just because I'm black.
I hope not. God damn it, I hope not.
So that's coming up in October. I've been to I think Raheem was supposed to be. We approached a couple of more projects coming. Oh, I forgot about this. I just did my first season of Unapologetically Candid, my talk show. That's coming up soon too. I did a 6-series episode talk show.
6-episode
Six
series.
episode series. See, this is all new to me. He got me. Unapologetically Candid. I had it was a panel of like a View-esque type of an ordeal. I was the whippy over the whippy. And yeah, I did that. And thanks to Raheem, I didn't even think about doing a talk show.
Yeah.
But that's coming up. So that's the next thing on the plate. And then I think some more acting opportunities is coming. So I'm hoping for that because I do want to like act maybe twice more this year.
Dear God.
I would like to do that.
You better do it.
Yeah, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Now, for somebody who moved here, somebody who lived here, somebody who grew here, and somebody who did not think or know what life had in store for them,
No clue.
now is Kelly Price. I'm booked
and busy.
I'd love to hear it. Now, look right there.
Right there.
The person that's looking at you is the 15-year-old you.
Okay. Oh no! Not the. Oh my God. Okay. What am I gonna tell them? What do you want me to tell them? 15-year-old G. You had it rough. You questioned yourself a lot, and you even attempted to take your life. However, it's gonna get better. You just have to have that strength and faith in yourself to know that you are good enough to be you. You don't have to please anybody else. You don't have to do it for anybody else. You do it for yourself. You do it for your parents, and you do it to please God above. And I promise you, life will look a lot better when you get to the G that you see now. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a lot better. So keep pushing, my friend. Keep pushing.
I love that.
That's
That's
what I'm
real.
telling you.
That's real.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for joining us on Keep It Real with I'm just playing. Thank you guys for joining me today on Candid Conversations with Q.
Oh my God.
No, real talk. G, thank you. We've been
No,
talking about
thank
this
you.
for a while. We finally made it happen. Now my in-studio interviews can happen because I had to get the
Ain't it more personal?
It
feels good.
I
to do it.
love
And I'm
that.
so proud that you're doing.
BLK Talk.
Man, it's amazing. Like, keep this up because it's the shows that I've seen in the past are amazing. But stay tuned because they get better.
Thank you.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate that.
Thank you.
Congratulations on everything. I'm going to continue to support you. You have a home here at BLK Talk with
Quinte.
You better know it. So tell the people how they can find you on social media. And also, you need those subscribers on their YouTube.
So, everything Candid Conversations related, please go ahead and onto Instagram and look for G So Candid. It's all smashed in together. G So Candid. My personal Instagram is King _ G225 because I represent the 225. King _ G225. And then for the YouTube, make sure you go on and like, subscribe, and comment because I need feedback to grow the platform. You can type in the search engine Candid Conversations with G. I have 8 episodes loaded now, and I have a whole bunch of them in the warehouse now being edited. So the new ones will be popping up real soon. So stay tuned.
Yes, yes. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to another amazing conversation on BLK Talk. And we'll see you guys next time.
And that's a wrap.